So, you're driving a diesel vehicle. You think you're doing everything right, fuel, oil, routine maintenance and all that, but there's one silent killer you've been ignoring: RPMs. That little dial on your dashboard isn't just for show. If you're using it wrong, you're shortening your diesel engine's life every time you drive. And trust me, most drivers are. Let's break down the most common RPM mistake, one that even experienced drivers make: high revving a cold diesel engine. When your diesel is cold, the engine oil hasn't yet reached all the critical surfaces, especially in turbocharged engines. Revving it hard too soon causes metal-on-metal friction, early turbo wear, and incomplete combustion. You might not see damage today, but in 6 months, say hello to sluggish performance, rough idling, and engine knocking. Smart drivers let the engine idle for 30 to 60 seconds, then drive gently, keeping RPMs under 2,000 until it reaches optimal temperature. Want your diesel to hit 300,000 plus miles? Start here. Now let's talk about the other extreme: lugging the engine. You've seen it. That guy driving at 35 miles per hour in 5th gear thinking he's saving fuel. But low RPMs under heavy load mean the engine struggles to breathe. This creates high cylinder pressure and unburnt fuel, leading to carbon buildup and excess wear. The engine knocks, vibrates, and smokes more. You're not saving diesel, you're suffocating your engine. So, the optimal torque range for diesels is usually somewhere between 1,500 and 2,500 RPM. If you want to get the best power and efficiency out of your engine, just try to stay in that range. Then there's the issue of RPM redline abuse. Diesel engines, they just aren't meant to scream at 4,000 plus RPM like petrol engines do. They're built for torque, not for top-end revving. If you're constantly pushing near redline, you're burning fuel inefficiently, overheating the internals and wearing down those valve components. A diesel that lives in the redline dies young, and honestly, expensively. But, there's another mistake most folks don't even realize: using cruise control uphill in a diesel. So, why is this bad? Well, when you're climbing a hill, cruise control doesn't downshift the way a person would. It just lugs the engine, keeping it in a high gear at low RPM. This puts a strain on the turbo, increases exhaust gas temperatures, and burns more fuel. If you're driving uphill, take control, downshift manually, and keep it in that sweet RPM zone. Now here's a secret most mechanics won't tell you: letting your diesel idle too long is also bad. It sounds kinda counterintuitive, but long idle times, especially at low RPMs, can lead to wet stacking. That's when unburnt fuel sticks to cylinder walls, diluting the oil and fouling injectors. Over time, this kills power and increases emissions. If you're stopped more than 60 seconds, shut it down. Diesels love motion, not marathon idling. And here's one more thing: downshifting aggressively at high RPMs. Slamming from 4th to 3rd at 3,500 RPM might feel performance-driven, but it sends shock waves through the drivetrain. Over time, it weakens mounts, clutches, and even the flywheel. Experienced diesel drivers understand one thing above all: RPM is a tool, not a toy. Diesel engines are beasts of burden. They last forever, but only if you treat them right. The wrong RPM habits are like, bad cholesterol. You don't notice until it's too late, and then it's an expensive fix. So, let me ask you, how have you been driving? Are you guilty of revving too early, lugging at low RPMs, idling too long? Even one of these habits could be shaving years off your engine's life. But now you know better, and smart drivers change before it's too late. So if this video saved you a repair bill or opened your eyes, hit that like button. Subscribe to Gear Specs for real talk on real cars. No BS, just facts. Drop a comment telling us how you manage your RPMs, or what mistake you'll stop doing starting today. And don't forget to send this to a friend who owns a diesel and drives it like a clown. Drive smart, protect your torque, and I'll see you in the next one.